As I said, I don't know what kind of like, maybe there was like a sign or something, or like some sort of contract that biracial signed back in the 80s. But these 2000s babies
I was
that
not
are out
born
here.
in the 2000s.
Sorry, 1990, late 90s.
I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't mean to say 2000s,
Give
but like
me them 3 years.
Yes,
Give me them 3 years, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know, but Lou got a big old fat ass and is biracial, and we love it, you know.
And we do.
Amen.
Thank
Give
you.
it up.
You know?
Give it up. You know.
Let's give it up for Lou's ass.
Eat it up.
Before we get started, we're gonna do something. Oh, I
Okay.
didn't even tell you about the black shit. Okay, so what happens is before we begin the podcast, we do a countdown.
Okay.
All right, I go 3, 2, 1, and then we all say black shin.
Okay.
And we clap. It's
Okay.
supposed to symbolize, you know, like when, like, have you ever seen movie sets where they're like, marking, counting, whatever, scene, whatever, action, click. It's like that.
Let me tell
It's like that. Okay. All right, we're about to do it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Black shin. Yes, you can do
Yeah, you can do the multi-clap.
Okay. The most
Everybody does the multi-clap too. So
Maybe
it's cute.
we
I'm like, yeah, it's
should.
the multi-clap.
We should convert it into
Also,
like a
is
gospel
this the
clap.
QR code to your store?
Yep. To my online store.
Wow,
Yes.
that's genius.
It's on the back of.
I know. I need you to show me or tell me where or how I do that because
Okay.
we need that for the hard R's.
Dion is over here living in 3000 and late, and we're or 3008, and we're 2000 and late. Is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Oh my God! Welcome back to the damn show.
Thank
We're
you.
here.
Here
So
we
happy to
are.
be here.
Yes,
Yes.
it's the hard R's. We have myself, Asia. Hello, they them, and
Yes.
co-hosted.
Yes. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Ludi. They, them on the pronouns.
Yes.
And we have a super special guest today. Phenomenal being, phenomenal person,
Look at
self-made
this-
entrepreneur, beautiful face, gorgeous
Look at this
teeth.
beautiful man. Look at
Stop
this
it.
beautiful
Stop it.
Just
fucking
gorgeous,
man.
inside and out. Like,
Deion
Deion.
Aldridge.
He, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
him.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
him. Welcome.
Deion
Welcome to the
Aldridge.
show. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Yes, let's applaud Deion.
Let's applaud y'all. This is
Absolutely.
beautiful. This
Thank
is
you
set
so
up
much.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Of course.
bitch. Shit. What the fuck is up? Like,
Yeah, what's going
You out
on?
here. You came in here looking fly. You are fly.
Thank you. I'm just trying to get ready, as I was saying before, for the Spirit Plaza pop-up.
Yes.
That's my next big pop-up.
Yes.
Okay.
When is that?
That's on July 22nd, on the same day as the Shanti and Monica concert. So I'll be
Wow.
exactly across the street in front of the Spirit of Detroit statue.
Okay.
I'll be taking Crushed Velvet, all of the exciting stuff. I'll be out there in Spirit Plaza. I think my slot is from 5 to 10.
Okay.
Oh, so you're
fabulous.
gonna be there for a while.
And then after that, the next thing I'm getting ready for is my friend that owns Intrigued. He owns Trap the Brand. He's opening a store. It's on Kelly. It's like the up and coming like Livernois for the East Side. Like when you go like on the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
yes.
he wants to feature my stuff in his store.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, so I'll be there on the
Absolutely.
28th. Yep.
Bitch, we love that. Okay. I don't know when the show will come out, but I will.
We'll put it in the show notes for
yeah,
sure.
for sure. Like that, you're doing these things. and
Okay.
that you're out here in the streets.
Okay.
Deion brought and is the like director, producer, maker, like
Yes,
the just
content
everything.
creator.
Literally, like doing all of it for his brand, Crushed Velvet.
Yes.
He is rocking it right now. He
Yes.
came in here with the teal. It feels so good.
It's luxury,
It
y'all.
really,
It's pure
really
luxury.
is.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about like.
The journey.
Yes, girl.
So, Crushed.
Also,
Okay.
light up that blunt.
So,
Word. You
Crushed
smoking?
Velvet, of course. So Crushed Velvet was like a. I wanted to come out with like a fashion brand because I've just always been into fashion. I started off as a stylist, so I've styled a lot, like a lot of people, like major events, minor events. I was the creative director for a fashion show, so I was in charge of like everything that was hitting the runway. But when I was like during COVID, I was going back and forth to New York. I met one of my friends. They were opening a store, and then another friend of mine that was living there, she was like, you need to come out with something. And I was like, And she was like, just come out with something that you like, that you love. And then she was like, come out with something that you can relate to, like that's relatable, that you can market. So I was like, okay, I'm a bald man, I always wear a hat. So then I was like, of course I'm extra, so I just couldn't come out with like a cap. So velvet has been like a thing of mine like forever.
Period.
Like I love velvet. It's like just luxury. It's very rare that you feel like a velvet fabric and it just feels terrible unless you're like, you know, somewhere or wherever. That has nothing to do with my brand. But,
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I want to do this. So then I started off with 15 hats. It was like 8 black, 7 white.
Okay.
And
I love that you. Sorry, I just want to say this.
It's okay.
Starting small is so cool. Like,
yes.
like moving ideas into practical application means that you almost have to like you bitches be thinking big and you need to be thinking small. You need to be thinking like accessible immediately.
Because always
so that
remember,
you can
the turtle wins the race.
Period.
Yes, the turtle wins the race.
It's a marathon, y'all. I promise.
It's true.
So
I promise.
I started off with the 15 hats, and then I was like, what am I gonna do? So actually, before I even got the hats, I met up with a friend. I don't know how we met. I was just cruising through Facebook. Shout out to Joy. She is a branding coach, marketing coach. She's a phenomenal person. So she's also, her name is Joy M. Douglas on Facebook. So she's, I got with her because I had somebody make me a logo first. And when their logo came out, I was like, it kind of looks like it's going to be like in Hot Topic. And I wasn't trying to like aim for like the Hot Topic. I do love Hot Topic. We're never knocking anybody. But I was like, I wanted to be more like something more personal. So I had a C and a V. It was in a circle. So I always love like Egyptian, like hieroglyphic stuff, like symbols and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I had her merge C and V with the Eye of Horror because I couldn't just use the Eye of Horror because they were like, that's not yours. You don't own that. So then we got the logo. Start off with the 15 hats. People love them.
Over here, guys.
Yeah.
It's so good. Also, the catchphrase, like, you're gonna crush it.
You're gonna
Yes.
crush it.
Crush velvet.
And I got You're Gonna Crush It. I was bartending at Eddie Merlot's, and this was when my brand was like still in the making. And this lady was like, you're gonna crush it. And I was like, that's it. That's
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Here's your gin and tonic.
I fucking love that. The Instagram, so y'all can follow it. Of course, it'll be in the show notes, but I'm gonna put it or say it now. It's Crushed Velvet Collection _. That's all one word. Crushed Velvet Collection _. I love it. I've loved it since I met you and like you were wearing
Thank
it
you.
and I was like, this shit is so fucking
and Deion
fire.
stays wearing his brand.
Yes.
Always. Like, to have a brand and rep it constantly is so beautiful.
I love my brand. It's unfortunately, like sometimes like when I get new stock in, because like I said, I start off with 15 hats. Now I have at least like over 200 hats in circulation, like between here, Atlanta, New York.
You ever be seeing your hats out and be like, that's my hat?
do. Like I'll go out sometimes and it'll be like multiple people in the club with my caps. Or
Yes.
people hit me up and find me on like social media. But I always like, my thing is like, I started off small. I started off with my own money. I didn't take out any business loans. I didn't do anything because I feel like as human beings, we have like short attention spans. Like, so I feel like if I divulge myself, and since I already had like really great work ethic and I really work hard and I really push my brand and I'm really paying, like I'm fronting my brand, I'm paying for everything I'm paying. Like if I'm turning over like how my hats, because I'm into fashion, I try to move through the season. So I try to have hats that are reminiscent to the season or like, you know,
the colorway or the fabric.
Yeah, so
style.
it's like I'm like if you give yourself like a year and you push and you work hard, you worked hard for nothing, you worked hard to pay bills. So if you could work even harder to do something that you love and you can take your time. So it's like I was doing that and then it was like life was still happening. So it was like my first collection. This is not a part of my first original collection. This came along. My first hats were black and white. They didn't have velvet underneath the brim.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, it was like cold outside, so I was like, I want to do like some colors that are like for the season. So then that's when I came with frost gray, my clean khaki crush. Then I actually had peacock blue.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
peacock blue.
Yes.
And then I did houndstooth. I did
Love it.
Yep, I did a houndstooth. I
You love some
did the
print.
logo, but I wrapped the houndstooth in velvet under, so when you reach for it to grab it, it'll be like a softer touch, but it's still like a pattern hat. And then somebody
Also, for the neurodivergent babies, like for me, I'm like, I can't wait to put my fingers on that.
Yes.
I want to put like
Yeah.
like while removing a hat, like that feeling of velvet.
Yeah. So then after
you,
that, I had a couple people were like, you should do trucker caps. I was going to do bucket caps, but my bucket caps didn't come aesthetically correct, but I still want to bring them out.
Bring the bucket hat.
But they have,
out.
but everything with my brand, like I am a consumer and I never want to become not in sync with my brand.
Yeah.
Like I care about every single person who purchased my product, who wears my product. I want them to feel like how I feel when I'm wearing my product.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm getting ready to put something out or to do something, I always take my time and I try to get the tenacity and the longevity of something, because you could sell something to somebody and they could wear it and that could be it.
Yeah.
But I want somebody to buy my stuff and wear it, and I want them to be like, I need to wear this again, and I need more, and I need to know. And then
the longevity
when
of
you
it.
start buying stuff from people, and it's always what you want it to be, you gain a trust for them.
Yeah.
So I'm out here trying to get the people to trust me.
Okay.
So once I get big and you're going to go and you're going to see my website and you're going to buy something, you're going to be like, I know it's going to be right. Because he
Yeah.
takes care. He is,
Yeah, and
I
it's a
love that.
reflection of you, like you loving your brand and wearing your brand and supporting your brand. Like,
Yeah.
it's your baby. Like, it's a
Yes.
direct extension of you, and
Yes.
you want that extension of you to stay consistent and congruent with who you are.
Period.
Yes.
Like,
As you
there's-
evolve too.
Yes.
It's something really beautiful too about your friend. You mentioned your friend that let you know. Is it your turn? Go. I was like, I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But your friend who said think about something, create something that you can love, because it is like a baby, right?
is.
And I think. For me, it's not that fashion. We're creators, right?
Yes.
We're creators, doing this for y'all, right? So being growing from consumer to creator, and then to there's even higher planes of it. I just think it's really fucking cool to watch your shit evolve.
Yes.
It's a baby, and it's your baby, and you care for it.
Sometimes it'd be hard
It's
because
really crazy.
something will come and I'll be like, I gotta get out, I gotta get back out here, I gotta push, I gotta sell it, but I'll be just holding on to it this is so beautiful. I don't want to give this to nobody because I'm still a fashion person.
Yeah.
So when I see my stuff, it's I put something out that I would be if I seen that, I love that. So when I'm doing pop-up shops, I did 3 in June. I was hitting it hard in June.
Wow,
So
congratulations.
yeah,
Turn
so
up.
June was a hard pop-up. This was more of me preparing, because now I have shirts, so now I'm gonna make sure that I'm getting everything aesthetically correct for my shirts.
Yes.
And when I'm having them at pop-up shops, some pre-sold. Thank you to the people who brought them for pre-sold, and thank you to people who purchased them.
Yes.
But I'm just it's more so I want to make sure that everything is always right. So then I took the beginning of July and I reflected how my pop-up shops went in June and how
Yep.
everything. And I
You
also
assessed.
Yeah, so now I have these coming up at the end of the month, and it's just it's just it's always a hard push, but then it's when you love something that you're doing, it's I can't believe I'm getting making money from this. You know what I'm saying? I can't because if you really truly love something, it's not about the money.
Yeah,
it's just money. It's just
totally.
we need that because the world has convinced us that we need
That's what
money
we're doing.
to survive.
Yeah.
But when you're doing something you love, that's way more priceless than anything that money could buy.
Oh, word.
And I want to go back to talking about the creative tip, where I feel like being a creative is the highest on the level of tiers, because you do care, because you're a creative, you're always trying to tinker and work with and make your products better. You always want something where you're oh, I love that piece of art so much that I would buy it, or I would
Yes.
wear it, and that creative mindset is what pushes you forward.
Yes.
Because you're not just thinking about consuming it, you want to put life into it.
Yes, breathe life into
People-
it. I like that. You want to just I just gotta give you all I got.
all
I
of
gotta take my
it.
time. It has to be right. It has to be people have to feel me, because a lot of times in fashion, people wear things and they were I love this. I thought this was the best thing ever. But the world is But that doesn't make it any less, and that doesn't make it any more. But it's like you're trying to articulate your vision as a creative to a bunch of people who probably don't know you, never met you, probably only going to encounter you maybe once or twice in their lifetime. But you're trying to get them to feel you, and to be able to look at something and to feel somebody, or look at somebody's clothes and be like, I just have to have that, or I'm feeling that,
or listen to a podcast enough to like. Every time I go to the Patreon and I see people are like subscribing, I'm like, wow.
Right. Like
y'all literally are paying.
I love that for you.
It's crazy. Y'all are
thank
you.
Because you're such
we're doing it together.
Multi-dynamic person.
So are you.
Like you have.
There's something very different about people who are doing the things that we love out of like the care of community, the care of energetic exchange, because that's real. Fashion is crazy, right? Because like you can literally put a garment on your body, and then like in these days, you know, it's just like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Everything is disposable. Like I come from a generation of women that are like, I bought a piece today. Okay, I have something that I'm going to have in my closet for the next 40 years, and that there's something to the art and the human connection in that exchange, and like. Yeah, the fact that like y'all are paying money for it is insane. We have to support each other though. Like this is literally how we do it, and I'm just so grateful to like just. Detroit's so great. I'm just so grateful.
Detroit is so beautiful.
Detroit is the shit.
Shout out my friend. Like I always shout. I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I'm like I always shout my friend out. Angel Reese, who owns House of Psy. I did her pop-up shop. Yes. The
bags are so cute.
Her color code is
new
crazy.
colors are so cute.
I always shout out like Joy, my brand marketing, my brand strategist, and then
Joy, shout out Joy.
Yes, Joy Douglas.
All these in the show notes.
Yes, and then my friend that owns Trap the Brand. His name is Jarrell, and that's who owns the Intrigue store. And my friend Kiera Player, she's over at Luxury Gossip. So we were just celebrating Kiera. She has a billboard.
No way.
So she has a billboard.
Congratulations having a billboard.
Yes.
Damn, bitch. All right.
Yeah, so her billboard is on 96 and Outer Drive, like exactly on Schoolcraft and Outer Drive. But yep, it's her slogan is like fashion is style, not labels, which is so embedded in society, I think.
I feel like that's very Detroit. Like being an outsider and like moving to the city and being in the city, it's like, yeah, labels are cool, but it's like how you wear it and like how you look fly. Because like I could see a nigga in a white t-shirt and I'd be like, you look flyer than anybody else following all these micro trends.
Exactly.
But it's like the sauce that you carry it with.
Yes.
Detroit.
Your je ne sais quoi.
Exactly. Detroit, every nigga is a star. Like literally, I've lived in a lot of different places in the country. And like nobody just does fashion and style like niggas here in the city. We literally put an extra little
But when you go places, people like most of the time they feel like the Midwest flavor. Like we bring like the Midwest flavor, and they can like feel it, like, and it's just like I love that.
It's palatable for sure.
Yeah, and I love that a lot of us as creators and as fashion people in Detroit, I love the ones that of us that go places and we carry our flavor, but we try to adapt to like, okay, what's like, I like that. I like how you're wearing that. I like what that is. And you get something from somewhere and you wear it because you're paying homage to the city that you're in, because fashion is transcendent. So like you don't want to be like in Greece and like a t-shirt and some like ran down pants or like just looking crazy. Like if you go to Greece or somewhere where there's formidable fashion, as a fashion person, as a creator, you want to take part of that because you want to connect everywhere you go. That's why like sociology is always like one of my favorite things. Like,
and you get to like suck up the where you're at of like it takes it to like the 4D where like not only are you there like smelling the air and eating the food, but you're also like feeling the breeze through the linen shirt that you picked out that everybody else is wearing linen, and you get why like fabrics are associated with certain things because you get to embed it into that moment,
that experience.
Yes.
We feel each other up in here.
I get it. We be yelling, put the linens on all the time. I'm like, put the linens on. Like, relax. Feel the breeze. Damn.
Bitch, oh my God, wait, real quick. So we were watching fucking Queer.
The Ultimatum.
Yes, and like, we were just sitting on the couch, and like one of the couples, the masculine one, is just in this uncomfortable. It just looks uncomfortable.
There's just something about like people who identify as femmes that wear clothing that is deemed masculine that love to pick things that like look visibly uncomfortable, that are very stiff. Like it's always giving like straight jeans or Chrissy button up or a really tight blazer.
When really you need to put the linens on, put the velvet on.
Yeah, like it's
put on things that move. Okay, that feel.
Put on things that have the va-va-voom.
It's okay.
And they don't have to be femme. Like you could, like anybody could rock one of your t-shirts. Like your t-shirts are giving very much like fluidity. Like it's the feeling of the fabric as it moves. Like where they just be out there looking stiff. I'm like, y'all look tight. Like I wouldn't be comfortable on a boat.
And my fabric on my shirts is like it's like it has like an undertone for like breathability. So it's not like velvet. So it'll be soft on your body.
Love
and
that.
then also
and
it has
skin.
gives. It has gives.
Yes,
so
it does.
So.
Yeah, and it seems like it's weighted. Like it really feels like you took your time to pick the right weight of the fabric. Because like how a shirt sits on you is everything.
Do you remember the reading we did recently where that nigga, the King of Swords, and he was in the velvet?
Yeah, he was in the velvet.
That was Meg. That was that was our last episode that we recorded. Wow. We literally were just talking about like marching
like the
into
comfortability
the
of like luxury. Like luxury isn't like having a t-shirt that's $500. It's like sitting there and being comfortable. Like even though if that's what the shirt costs, then okay. But like just because it's a fancy label doesn't mean you want to like sit in it. That's how I feel about like Rick Owens. Like there's a lot of Rick stuff where I'm like, okay, that's cute, but like I'm not gonna walk around like being cautious that my crotch is gonna fall out all day. Like that's not.
I think a lot of the times in fashion, like. People it's like go to like a thing and they're like just wearing it because of the name, like you're saying. So it's like I don't know if it'll be like I don't know if I really like just love this or I just bought this because I feel like everyone else would love it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like how the pandemic was with all the micro trends. Like when Shein really was popping off and they were like, oh, now it's micro this, now it's micro this, and like people were just buying and buying and buying. Because they were trying to keep up with the trend versus like getting pieces or getting things that it's like, you want to wear this t-shirt. Like I remember Tyler, the Creator, has an interview where he talked about buying his first t-shirt. And it was like a $50 t-shirt. And he was like, I wore that purple and blue striped shirt every day. All the time. Because like, this was my shirt. This was a shirt that made me feel like me, that was comfortable. And he was like, I wanted to wear that shit.
And that was a deep connection. But you know, people were like, oh, it's the secondary. Take that off.
Yeah.
And you're like,
no.
I paid my money.
Like, no. Yeah, and there's something hot in like reworking fashion. Like if I see you and I'm like, you're like, I've worn these same jeans like 4 different ways. I'm like, damn, bitch, you creative as hell. Because, okay, like not a lot of people can put fits together.
Okay. And you know, we're like as creatives and as like people who are in the earlier stages of their greatest journey, it's important to like still keep a sense of reality, like to make sure that like you don't get caught up in the who's who or the what everybody else is doing. Like you
like
want to make like you want to make sure that you
stay true to you,
and you want to always capture your own individuality. Because like I was saying
that's
earlier,
the brand, dog.
That
actually is the brand. Like there's a very huge difference between like there's all these like words that I don't know like in fashion or whatever, but I understand there's a difference between making something because you can make a profit from it and making something because you're making community with it in it because of it, like as you evolve.
Because you say you love to sell your things to people, you love to get to know the people and it's like you're building that community that comes from like the
even when I pass out
a
a business card, sometimes I'll walk up to people and I'll be like, hi, how are you? And then I'll be like, I'm Deion, and I'll ask them their name because it causes me to get more out into the public besides like when I'm at work. But then I'm sitting there and I'm talking and I'm like, wow, did I talk too much? But it's just like they be looking at me like, he's so excited and like,
what are you excited?
And I'm just like, I'm excited that you would even take a second to even listen to me tell you about my brand or my business, and you know, like to even take it a second thought, because this is something that I really love, and I want people to have different variations of things that they want to wear. Like I want to, instead of sitting back and being like, I don't like that or I don't care for that, I want to be able to give instead of just giving my voice or my opinion, I want to be able to give something to fashion. And
like
always rest
contribute to it.
in peace to Andre Leon Talley.
Okay, period.
You know, because the Met Gala is not the same without him,
beautiful
and that is one of the fashion greats.
Okay, truly.
Yeah.
I mean, period. And the way that he was treated. Also, like, fuck institutionalized, like, fashion houses and all that shit, because honestly, it's all, like, so racist and, like, it's on some other shit. The way that he was treated was not fucking cool towards the end of his life, in my opinion, just from the things that I know. However, an icon. Like an
absolute icon.
An underrated
Yes.
absolute icon.
Yes, I can just see him holding.
I remember
the,
one day I was
trash.
like, after Andre Leon Talley passed away, and me and my friend, we were going somewhere, and he was like, "You're giving me like an Andre Leon Talley vibe," and I was just like, and he was like, he looked at me and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I was just like, that is such an honor for someone to even remotely think that I could have something on that will remind them of someone who is such a fashion icon.
Yes.
Like, I feel like
You exude.
that's the beauty of, like, really loving what you do, like really looking at people. Like, I look at people on Instagram, like, from a styling point of view. Like, I look at Colin Carter, like, he's doing crazy work with Cardi B, and I look at Laquan Smith, and you know, I look at like
who does Laquan Smith dress?
Laquan Smith is a fashion designer, and you always like see people in his stuff. It's like kind of like a little like more of the upbeat city girl.
Okay.
Like city girl, but she got a little chic to her.
Cute.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
it giving
Yeah.
like crop? I'm just imagining like a cropped like Chanel blazer,
It's
houndstooth
all
like
types of stuff.
blazer. You know.
Laquan Smith stuff is amazing.
Okay.
I wouldn't even try to like captivate to like say exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like I would say, like,
I'm gonna look it up. This is something I would
like
love to.
so I look at those people and I'm like, when people are like Cardi B, her outfits are crazy, and I'm like, yes, Colin Carter did that, and people always look like, what do you mean? I'm like, that's how much I love fashion. Like, I look through like the lenses of stuff, like, because they're like, everybody is
Their
a collective
identity.
creator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like some things, sometimes when people who are creators come together, it makes something monumentous. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And that's two creative minds.
Yes.
Because as much as he's styling her, it's her thought process too. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Right. And the feeling of it, like thinking of like being a performer as well. Like Cardi B, I bet has to feel comfortable in what
Yes.
she's wearing,
Yes.
and also
Exactly,
a mom,
yes,
like
a mom,
Yes.
just a femme body person, a fucking superstar. Yeah, bitch. Like, I want to feel
That
good.
reminds me, love that Keke Palmer. I'm a mother.
Okay, listen, no drama. We're gonna
No
get into
drama.
her
Yeah.
also. Let's also, God, we've been talking for a minute. Anyway, yes, we'll put all this information in the things. I promise, it's great. I just love you, and I love everything that you're doing.
Thank
It's
you. I love
fantastic.
what you're doing.
Mental health check-in. We'll do it real quick.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
All right.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
I'm feeling great this week. Oh man, wow. I'm feeling really good. I was talking last week about feeling like content and feeling happiness in like a new way, a different way, the juxtaposition of it all. And I just am feeling so affirmed this week and deeply supported and upheld. And yeah, that's it.
That was so beautiful.
Ooh, feeling real good. How are you,
I love
Deion?
it.
Deion, how are you?
How are you?
Well, right now, I'm feeling euphoric. This week has been a good week. This week, I celebrated a friend of mine. It was her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep, we went out to eat. Happy birthday,
Cancer!
Sharon.
It's cancer season
And
forever!
I didn't realize how many female cancer friends that I have, and they're like, we like
Baddies. You love us. You can't get enough.
It's
You
true.
like, we're in the periphery, just watching you and loving you.
Yes.
Supporting you.
And it's like I've hung out. I was downtown. I was passing out business cards. I've been meaning to get around to that, so I was down there like
I love that you're just on the
campaigning.
go.
Just
I love you're
grinding.
talking
Yes,
to
so-
people.
Taurus, baby.
This
Man of the
week-
people.
Wait, you said a Taurus?
Yeah, aren't you a Taurus?
No, I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo. Oh, I thought you
Yes.
said you were a Taurus. My
No,
bad.
I'm a Leo.
A Leo.
So
You have Taurus placements though, right? Isn't your rising in Taurus?
I don't think so.
Oh, I know why
I think
got this mixed up.
Sagittarius.
That makes sense. I can see that. We'll look it up. We'll look it up.
But yes, chart would be great. Okay, a Leo.
So,
your birthday coming up.
Yes. So my birthday's coming up. I'm actually trying to prepare for like a fashion event. So to like showcase my brand and to work with Kiera, player for Luxury Gossip. But I feel like this week is coming to a close. I have like a busy week next week. So and the pop-up is next week. So I just feel like this week was more of like a indulge into my own like personal happiness and like reconnecting with the world. And because I dealt with my aunt dying in December.
Sorry.
So like at the end of the year, so it's like the year to 33. I'm like, I turned 33. I'm like, okay. And then at the end of the year, my aunt died. She was like a mom to me. So I was like, but
baby.
Yeah, but like coming out of that and like, you know, like just trying to get back to the enjoyment of life, because death changes you for sure.
Absolutely.
And grief can control you. So you want to make sure you get
A word.
you want to make sure
That's a
that
word,
you get
babe.
a hold onto your grief, because grief is lifelong.
It's a process,
yes,
baby.
And people, I really dislike, because I don't want to use the word hate, I really dislike when someone who loves you looks at you and they go to say like, it'll be okay, time heals all wounds. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Life helps you heal. Life helps you live with the wounds. The wound will always be there, because something tragic could happen to you, or somebody that you love, that you held near and dear to your heart, something could happen to them, and 10 years later you'll be talking about it and you'll have an episode like it just happened yesterday, because that's just how it goes. So to like get back out into the world and to like be able to go out and be around people and just talk to people and understand the beauty of life, and to appreciate all of the moments that are not really held so near and dear to our hearts, just to be out here again and feeling okay. It's like, I'm happy for that.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So
That's
I'm good.
beautiful.
I'm good.
That's great.
I love that. I'm okay. I'm currently in the thick of a manic episode. I'm gonna be real straightforward with everybody.
Yeah, true.
So basically, I don't even know. Mania feels like wanting to like set my head on fire, because I just can't stop moving. So I've been feeling wildly like energetic and like really quick to make decisions and just like rapid, but simultaneously I've been doing a lot of work to straddle my mania. So I've been on the outside of it, and I've been able to like look at myself and be like, oh damn bitch, like you really want to be impulsive right now. Like, what do we do with this? How do we put this somewhere? Like, we're not just gonna go and shave our head, but like, what can we do that feels just as freeing? So I've been trying to like sit in that and have more open conversations about being manic. Like, I low-key feel really shy to be like, hi, I'm experiencing a manic episode, because like we're still getting to know each other, where like Asia has been in the thick of mania with me a ton of times, but I'm learning that like it's not something that I have to be embarrassed about. It actually gives you an opportunity to like get to know me better and know where I'm at, so that we can like build stronger community.
Of course.
So
yes, of course,
I've been trying to move in that and like tell people at work, people are like, how are you? I'm like, I'm manic right now, like, so I don't really know what's gonna come out of my mouth, or maybe I'm gonna not talk to you, or I'm gonna go to work with my sunglasses on. Like it's just being like raw dogging that without being hurtful to other people is like what I'm learning.
I think that's
is helping my media.
I think like you know how somebody is taking you like on a conversational coast, and I'm like riding with you and I'm like listening to you and I'm like riding the wave, and then when they say something, it's kind of like, I feel like when you said but without being rude about it, like I feel like that makes it so innocent and so unintentional. Like I'm so in tune with myself that I care about other people enough to be like, I know I am not who I am right now, or I'm going through something right now, but because I respect you so much as a human being, I don't want to do anything to hurt you. I don't want you to, I don't want to be rude to you. I don't want to be like not caring or like snob or anything, but this is me right now. The way you said that, that's important, because it's like you have to care about other people enough to be able to be going through what you're going through and not give a care how you affect somebody else. Because some people will be like, I'm going through this, so what, I called her a bitch, I don't, so what, you know what I'm saying? But you're like, I don't want to be rude about it.
I've been
like,
watching them transmute.
Damn, I feel seen as fuck.
It's beautiful. Like, I've been watching them transmute manic energy that was projected onto me in ways that were like damaging and like whatever, you know, and onto themselves. Like I would see the self-sabotage happening. I've been watching them in the last 2 years literally transmute that energy into the deeply necessary vulnerability of exposing themselves, and like the gentle care in doing that, to care for me, to care for those around you. It's just, it's beautiful. Like, things don't go away. Wounds don't heal. This nigga's not gonna stop experiencing mania. I'm not gonna stop being an ADHD bitch. Okay, like it's literally just coming to terms with the reality that there's no shame in any of this. We are humans having a human fucking experience.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, for the human experience.
Literally, okay? I'm like, and lately I've been having a real good fucking time, okay? Like, with the ups and the downs, okay?
Yeah.
I'm making the most
And the
of
rounds
it.
and the rounds.
Okay? Feeling all my rounds. My pussy pink and my booty hole is brown. Okay?
Come on, Sexy Red.
Yeah, humans having a human experience. And, like, you know, it really all goes back to me. Like, I'm literally about to go to school to start learning about all this. But like, the innocence, the child in all of us that just wants to be seen, that wants to be like recognized. That's the purity of life. That is like, that's that shit right there, right?
Yeah.
Because like the essence of who we are is a multitude of experiences and, you know, circumstances or whatever, but the essence is like connection.
Yes,
people need other people.
That's why experiences and things that happen to you in your life changes you, because like you just said, like that's what shapes and creates us. So me 5 years ago, I might have didn't go through that.
Exactly.
So it might have been a different me.
Exactly.
But I'm still me, but I went through something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also like going through things and getting through them and appreciating even more about the essence of life. And that's why you don't want to be rude to anybody.
Yeah.
Because life is so precious and life is so sweet, and it could be taken from you.
And I don't want to go out like that.
No.
Like, honestly, truly,
that is so beautiful.
like,
That's so beautiful.
I know too many people who move. Like, I think about even like the passing of my dad. My dad died in April.
I'm sorry
and
to hear
like
that.
it's so, thank you, I appreciate it. But the way that even like that grief has changed so many people that I'm close to, and like, yeah, it's changed me, but there are so many ways that grief has changed me for the better, where I move slower, I try to be more intentional, I like really think about life, where with other people they're like wrapped up in controlling them, where it's just like they're not able to stand up or to make apologies or to like acknowledge the harm that they caused when they were grieving. And I don't want to go out like that. So it just feels like the job is to be honest.
Yes, because honestly, like that's the fine line between like being a human and having a human experience and being vulnerable and like open and like fallible, and being a fucking asshole and an abuser, which we'll get into later. Okay, like that is like, I will always stand and say this: just because you went through something, you have a diagnosis or a disorder, whatever, those are never excuses to treat people poorly. Those are never excuses to treat yourself poorly. 99% of the times, most of you abusive assholes out here are treating other people badly because you don't treat yourself well. You hate yourself. Look me in the eyes. You hate yourself, girl. Y'all be building entire fucking universes, manipulating people instead of literally just sitting with yourself. You hate yourself that much. Wow.
Period.
We have choices every single day. I love watching you choose to be a softer, gentler person. And like, I love watching you heal because it helps me heal. And like helping, you know, we've talked about this a billion times, like grief and longevity and the consistency of like recognizing that like these are all just the parts of life.
Yes.
And we make choices every day. Are we going to move in gentle care? Are we going to treat people? It's not even treat people like you want to be treated, because sometimes I treat myself like shit because I'm a human. That happens, right? It's It's beautiful. I'm so excited for all of us here in this room
The
today.
energy is so high
It's so
Yes.
great. Like
Yeah.
there's
High
words
vibe,
being
for sure.
told.
It is high vibe.
Okay, so do we want to take a break before we dive into the next few
let's
segments?
take a little break.
Let's take a little break, skis. We'll be right back with more Hard R's. What's up, everybody? It's us over here at the Hard R's.
Hey.
We just wanted to take a second to really thank each and every one of our dear supporters. We love y'all.
So grateful.
To
Really,
death.
honestly, truly obsessed.
To death. So let's go ahead and just give y'all some shout outs. Truly, thank you. Elle, thank you so much for being with us.
Sabrina, you're the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hail/Leah. We love you, girl.
Big
Thank you.
big fan. And shout out to the wonderful Derek.
Truly.
You are an angel and a blessing. We're so thankful.
Honestly, love you, boo. Big ups to Show B. Thank you so much for being a dedicated listener.
We love it. And shout out to Papa.
Papa's, we love you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. All right. Then we have Lacey
Yes.
Hartley. Big ups to you, boo. Thank
Shout
you
out.
so much.
The last name. And we got Lee. What's up, Lee?
Lee, just love you, my fellow
So
Cancer
sweet.
baby. We out here.
Ooh, love this name. We got
Wolf Hurricane in the building.
hey.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you.
And we got Elise. Thank you so much.
Yes, Elise with an A. Or with an E.
Yeah,
sorry,
with an
sorry,
E.
my bad. Then we have Brooke Langton. Thank you so much, Brooke. Appreciate ya.
Hey, what up? We got Taylor Hines. Thank you so much.
Yes. We got Jen Brown. Woo woo. Thank you, Jen.
And we got Ashley Brown.
Hey, thank you. We have Jessica Kuna. Jess, I love you, baby. Endometriosis
Big fan.
twins.
Thank you,
sis for
Jess. We love you. And we got Elise with an A.
Alice.
We love you.
We love you.
Just big fans.
You
Thank
know
you for
we love
listening.
you.
Thank you for being a friend.
We have Damon, who I think maybe I know who that is. And if it is who I think it is, what up? Appreciate you.
Alexa, thank you.
Yes, thank you. We have the one and only problematic black hottie in the building. A
Big
Detroit
fans.
classic. Thank
really,
you so
truly
much.
a gem. Thank you. We got Amanda Owl. Thank you so much.
Appreciate ya. We got Chris Rozek.
What up, Big Chris? Yo, what
Love
a
you,
gem.
dude. We
And
have Colleen, the
way to
one
go,
and
Colleen.
only.
The one who also makes our logo. Shout out to Colleen.
Big shouts. Thank you.
Mikey Norman.
Yes,
thank you.
Appreciate you. We have Megan.
The
Big,
lovely.
yes.
Big old creamy.
Love Big Cream.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, we got Lavender. Thank you, Lavender.
We love you, Lavender. I love you so much. And I love your Instagram stories. And I love seeing things about you. Thank you. Courtney R. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We have Allie.
Oh, I like how you spell your name.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's Allie. I'm going to mess up your last name. Gato.
Good try.
I tried. But yes, thank you. You've been a dedicated follower too. Appreciate you so much.
And Fran. What up,
Big
Fran?
Fran. We love you. Thank you, Fran.
Thank you.
And then last but not least, we got Abby Robb.
Thanks, Abby. We appreciate you.
Thank you, all of you. We love you. Keep supporting. Have the best. Bye. Energy's so high. All right, y'all. So yes, for the last few podcasts, we've been having Lou Pultero, which has been great. Yeah, I'm trying to I want to introduce a segment, like a segue that we can provide to the Patreon subscribers. Where Lou pulls tarot, and you'll be able to check them out.
Yeah,
we're building that.
Their cards. I will read anyone's cards.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
Oh, no, it's fine.
yes.
I'll be worried about the light and stuff. And I always want my logo to be showing.
Totally.
Okay. Period. Yeah.
I'm not the guy that just has his phone down because,
You have your phone down because hello, it's money in the bank. Show the what you think. Show the logo. Okay.
All right, so we talking about Venus in retrograde. Venus is in retrograde.
Yes, she
Venus
is.
is responsible for like your loves, like long-term love, your like passions, but just things that you like really love and care about. It's retrograding, which means everyone thinks it means the planet is moving backward. The planet is still moving forward. It's just moving backward in the signs. I don't really know how that makes sense scientifically, but that's what the girls say. So we're just going with it.
All right, girls.
So we're going to pull 3 cards for that. And it's in Leo. Leo is responsible for yourself, your group, your pack.
You're coming back.
It's in charge of the heart. Like
it was a dark time for you, Deion. I know. But you're coming out. I said you're coming out. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Give me one more.
Last week we were talking about how Cancer season feels a lot like regeneration. It feels like a seed. It's like mucky. It's kind of gross. But I feel in this Cancer season as a Cancer like a plant who went through its life cycle, and then is like had seeds, and I'm in the seeding, blooming process again, where like I'm coming back up. I'm coming, you know what I mean? Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. And I feel like I'm taking like the genetic energy of like the former life and bringing it into this new life. It's a wild process.
Because I'm Leo and you're saying I'm coming back, I'm the put a ribbon on me. I've been acting brand new.
You're literally, you're coming like, out of, rip me out the plastic.
Fresh and new. Put a ribbon on me. It's like, it's already been like kind of handled, but we're going to make it luxury again and we're going to put a ribbon on it. Because it's already been ripped out of the plastic.
Boom.
I love that. Okay, so first card out we have is the Six of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. So this is what the Six of Pentacles look like, y'all. And it's giving very much like feeding yourself. So like in the Six of Pentacles, with it facing forward is like it's a person and they're giving breadcrumbs out and they're doing it very evenly. But in reverse, it's giving very much like just there's no more breadcrumbs left. Like you're trying to build yourself up and like refill your bucket so that you can distribute to other people. And then we got the 10 of Wands that came out after that, and that's giving big like whatever the last wound is that you're working on, like put that shit down. Like and I feel that in my own personal self and the shit I'm moving through, but like there's just one more step, there's one more thing that needs to happen for shit to really start flowing again, and for things to really feel like they're opening up, and for things to feel like they're moving forward in the direction that like y'all want to go. And then the third card that came out is the Strength card, which is a person petting a lion. And the Strength card is very self-explanatory, like just knowing that you have the strength and the courage to move forward. I'm really drawn to the infinity symbol that's on top of the person's head, that it just feels like a continuous cycle of like sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but it's like important to work through the things that bring you down so that you can keep moving up and moving forward. And then the card on the bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups to me reads very much as like not being grateful. So like I know this part of the process is hard. Retrogrades are always hard. Like think about Mercury, things be fucking up. But it's like really important to remain grateful because like we have the strength to put this shit down. But like we have to do it for ourselves. Like universe isn't gonna do it. Our friends aren't gonna do it.
Other people through abuse aren't gonna do it.
Exactly. Like it's up to us to do it for ourselves.
I love the lion too. We're coming.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Just in order for us to like get out of this wishy-washy time. And we were talking last week about like moving beyond step one. Like it's easy to do step one over and over and over again. It's really time to like do steps 2 and steps 3 and like push ourselves to these next steps, because like starting over, it's just not in the cards for us. Like we already know what we're doing. We just need to keep pushing through it.
It is.
Yes, absolutely.
It surely is.
Absolutely. And if you manifest bullshit, like you're going to get bullshit.
Period.
Dot.
And that's simply that on that. It's a wild. Thank you for that, Lou. Thank you. Absolutely. That's such a beautiful read too. Shout out Melanated Classic Tarot Card Deck.
You know,
she really does it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's really like it's really wild seeing like people really breaking down when they are faced with the reality that you can't keep doing what you have been doing over and over again and expecting that it's going to be like cool. And I understand that, like, listen, capitalism and this stank ass country and shit and money has made certain things like traditional, you know what I mean? Like there are certain things that, like, you know, whatever, it's just built in. But no, guys, evolution, it's part of the process. If you are not ready, you will catch these hands. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at this point. Honestly, like, I'm like, fuck a talk it out, fuck a civil discourse. Like, it's a no from me. Deal with your shit. Be grateful to be here to deal with your shit. Don't hurt others while you're dealing with your shit.
Yeah, like, you don't have to be perfectly through your shit either. It's just like acknowledging that you're dealing with it, actively dealing with it,
acknowledging other people as human beings as well.
Exactly,
yes.
Exactly. One of the most amazing things my old therapist said was, like, you seem to have like a deep understanding and like empathy for people, and I'm like, I do. And she was like, so why are you so disappointed when like a person makes a mistake? And I was like, oh.
Damn.
Not her asking me why I have a problem with people being people.
Now she had.
And deeply. Yeah. I was gagged. I said, ah!
That is definitely gagging.
Yes.
I said, I don't pay for this kind of fucking gaggery, bitch. If I wanted that. But it's true. It caused me to be more gentle with others and gentle with myself. Mm-hmm. Start to break down like that perfectionism that was, you know, indoctrinated into me, and start to break down like, oh, like, why do I have a problem with A, B, C, D, and E? Why do I feel the way that I feel about this thing? Mm-hmm. You know, and a lot of people don't want to do that. And that's why they're drinking dumb bitch juice. We're moving into dumb bitch juice, boys and girls.
Oh, great segue.
You like that?
I just loved it.
You know what I mean? I like to make a hard, quick.
Let's get into it.
Yes, you know what I mean? Real fast. Dumb bitch juice. On the wake of this Jonah Hill situation and Keke Palmer's baby daddy situation, are you familiar with both?
I am into pop culture, so I am familiar a little bit with the whole Jonah.
Okay, so
like, a smidge, because I was like,
yeah, right. It's Jonah Hill, whatever, right? No. What? Say it.
I was gonna say that was honest.
It's Jonah Hill. Now look,
you know,
for me, I will speak to this. Okay, so let me actually fill you in with the deets. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Jonah Hill's being Jonah Hill. He's dating this white girl. She's like a professional surfer. Like, this is like her job. They actually met. He slid into her DMs and a picture of her in a bikini surfing on the waves, right? So, speaking of, we were just talking about narcissists, right? So he slid in. She's like, oh my gosh, Jonah Hill, right? She was 26. She was significantly younger than him, okay, when he slid in. So they start dating. They break up. He breaks up with her, all right? Then Jonah Hill, like, brands himself, right? Now this nigga's out here hanging out with niggas, you know, fucking doing the shit where he's made a documentary about his therapist and he's talking about self-healing and whatever. He also just dropped a brand new baby out. I don't know what woman like copulated with him. But yes, as a matter of fact, his ex waited until she had the baby, and then she dropped the screenshots. So what happened was the ex was like, hey, I know everybody thinks that Jonah Hill's like this nice guy or this good guy, but let's take a look at Exhibit A, B, C, D, and E. If you recognize any of these like attributes via text in your relationship, you need to run. And basically, Jonah Hill was emotionally manipulating her for years, trying to control what she wore, who she can hang out with. He did like therapy speak bypassing, where he was like, these are my boundaries. I don't want to see you in a swimsuit. I don't want to like
as a surfer, right?
Exactly.
I was like,
exactly.
I was okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know the deets because I was just like,
Jonah Hill became a surfer dude. These are the narcissists. These are the abusers are wild. Jonah Hill sat his fucking mashed potato, dumpy face ass in Hollywood, lurking on this young, hot, professional, seemingly non-problematic white woman surfer doing her thing down in Hawaii. Okay? He used his fame and his proximity to it and his money to slide into her DMs in a picture of her in a bikini. Okay? He coerced her. All right? And then a year and a half in, it's like, this is abuse. I have to escape the situation. Mm-hmm. Because he said, my boundaries are that you can't be photographed with non-respectable women and blah, 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 blah. Like, first of all, hey, America, that's not what a boundary is. A boundary is not a rule or an enforcement for another person. A boundary is a you thing. Okay? It's not a preference. It's not a whatever. Boundaries are no. I'm not going to do that.
I feel like that when I would, not to cut you off, not to like
go ahead.
But like just to highlight, I was okay. Personally, for me, I never really go down to Pride and Hart Plaza. Mm-hmm. So a friend of mine buys my hats, and he was down there. He needed the hat like as soon as possible because you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna drop it off.
Cute.
So I was coming, and I seen like the people out there with their signs. You know what I'm saying? They were chanting. They were crushing. I'm like, okay. So then I was like parked, like trying to wait to see if he could come out. So I was calling him. His phone had died. Neither here nor there. He ended up still getting hats.
Bless. You're a real one for that because nigga, I would have been like, phone dead.
So I seen the guy. He was coming up with the cross. The cross was being pulled on the skateboard. And I seen this lady. So these people were actually on the same side as the festival. So she looked at the car.
Did you say the cross was being pulled on the skateboard?
On wheels. Now when Jesus did it, he did it right. Now that's neither here nor there. But to continue on my short little segue, the lady told the cop, he was like, ma'am, I understand how you feel, but you just have to cross the street. She was like, they have rights to be right here. Like, they have rights to be right here. We have the rights. I'm like, ma'am, your right is not to infringe on somebody else's right. That's not a right.
Yeah.
That's not a right.
No, that's a wrong.
Like, that's a wrong. If these people are not bothering you, they are causing you no harm. They are doing nothing to you. They're actually having the time, enjoying themselves. And not only are you out here expressing your beliefs and trying to force them on someone, now you're crossing the threshold and trying to get into people's personal space to disrespect them. So,
yeah, now it's disrespect.
I'm sorry, man.
You're not just protesting, you're being disrespectful.
No.
Yeah, no.
Just like you said, that's not a boundary. That's not all right.
Yeah, I think in this country, people really don't know what words mean and will use them in ways that are good for them, right? Like, I mean, kind of like the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, Like, you can take language and words and twist them up and do whatever with them, but the fact remains, don't well, James Baldwin said something to the effect of like, you can have every single right you want. That's your right. They stop being rights the moment that they like oppress my existence in any way. In any way. My existence is not a reason. That's not a reason for you to be an asshole.
Okay, like
that's a thing that you have to figure out. And 99% of the time, those people that are screaming and shouting about gay, trans, and blah blah, the people that are screaming and shouting about women are shaking their fat asses and blah 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 blah, and upholding these like wildly oppressive, like fucking old, dead, not cool, not in. The girls do not love it. No. I'm sure we didn't love it back then either.
I don't think the girls have ever loved it.
It was never a love relationship. The
girls
for
have
us.
always been oppressed.
Y'all are the ones that are fucking the kids. Y'all are the ones that are gay. You're so deeply like, you oppress yourself.
I just think about that Meg the Stallion video where she just be shaking ass at the corporate office and then she ends up like killing them all or whatever. It's like, because those are the people that are consuming.
Y'all and are wild.
It's the self-hate.
How you know that I'm twerking unless you like listen, first of all, the OnlyFans says different.
Period. Yeah,
the OnlyFans. I always say
Pornhub.
That literally,
like, ebony fat ass is always like one of the tops. It's always like lesbian, ebony fat ass, and then like tips touching or something.
And
like,
it's these same people who do not have an understanding of a boundary, of the right to exist. Period. Like, they don't get it. It's a colonized ass mindset. Jonah Hill, fuck you. That was weak. I love that this white girl actually did put your ass on blast. I would love to see more white women out white men, because white women literally benefit from white men. Why do you think she answered the DM so quick?
Right.
Why do you think she slid her ass in that like matchy tuxedo shit?
Right.
Because white women understand the hierarchical role.
Go ahead. You better had said that.
Out your abusers. Out your abusers. I love that.
That was the true tea.
Out them all. Help everyone, okay? Because this is common.
It was so.
Yeah, the
eloquent.
Like I want to say eloquent,
it's like concise.
But I wanted to say something more deeper to like actually like make a visual walk to get you. It was like kind of like when somebody is like building a sandwich, or they're building your food, or you're building your food, and like if you're building a burger or a turkey burger or a vegan burger, you know
whatever burger you like,
right? Because you got to be. Everybody is. The world is
all right.
Diversity.
Variety is the spice of life.
So like when you're building a burger and you're at the bottom and you're grabbing the burger, you're putting your condiments and you're putting your cheese and all the one. It was like what you just did right there. It was like, I'm saying something, but I'm still going to respect them, because to say that they understand the hierarchy of the society that they're in is not to down anybody, because understanding a role is how you play the game.
Right. Yo, okay,
So
flipping that to Keke Palmer and Baby Daddy.
Is like, even though she is exercising her rights and she's saying, no, I don't want this anymore, because of the role and the way that she played it, because she was playing a game too, because they both were playing a game.
Yeah.
So it's like, now at the end of the game, who's going to look the worst? Whose reputation is going to be tarnished?
Right.
It's not going to be mine, but I was playing a game. Because I answer because it's Jonah Hill.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how like hetero relationships that are not based in like queerness and like expansive love are all about playing the game. Like if we look at Keke Palmer and Baby Daddy, like they're playing a game, but they're playing a different version of the game, and he fucked up. Like he did not think about that.
Let me tell you something.
I just think about ASAP Rocky. Like I really hope that ASAP Rocky like just is watching this and minding his business and really reflecting on his own masculinity.
He is.
Because he's like the only dude that I see out here who's like playing the role in their version of the game, because like Rihanna is clearly
yes.
Yeah,
I think what's happening.
ASAP Rocky though, I was following ASAP Rocky like for a while because I like the way he raps.
Yeah,
he's a good actor. And he's also a
he's
very
dope.
attractive man.
He's beautiful. ASAP Rocky is dope as fuck.
I was following him like before the Rihanna thing, and it is nice to see like a man allow a woman to still look or to be viewed as dominant without it being disrespectful. Like, don't disrespect me because I'm still ASAP Rocky and I still bring what I bring.
And he still feels like a man. Like he doesn't feel like his
masculinity is not defined by his power dynamic.
Okay, we're gonna play this game because we are a team. So I'm gonna take this role and you're gonna do that role, and that's hot. Like,
exactly.
It's not a competition.
And when a team is playing as a team, the team succeeds.
Exactly.
Period. So
I'm just thinking about chess in pairs.
You know,
like that would be wild.
Ooh.
Like if you ever played chess
in pairs,
but if you played it in like pairs,
that's crazy. No,
it would be crazy.
My brain can't even wrap it.
I'm just thinking about team because you were talking about playing chess and we're like playing chess versus playing checkers, and I'm just thinking about like the strategicness of chess. If you brought that strategicness of chess into like a team space, like how diabolical that could be. Because it's like the team would succeed.
Let me tell you why teamwork is really important, guys. Teamwork is fluid, okay? That means that you don't always get to be daddy. And I don't always get to be mommy. That means that we do it. We're both mommy and daddy, and we play the roles by redefining them. That's actually really super important. I'm so happy that, because we were talking about this in the wake of some shit that went down recently, but like there's a shifting, a massive shift, right, in what is deemed like cool, like being a decent human being, which is so wild because being a decent human being is just like allowing people to be who they are and like whatever, clothes are just clothes and fashion, whatever. It's whatever. Heteronormativity, even in queer spaces. Wow, y'all are gonna have it's not gonna be good for you. This is not a good run. Masculinity and the definition of it and all the things that are rooted in it, it's a big no-no. It's a big no-no. So like, yes, we were talking about this in the kitchen the other day. We can look at superstars like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Boom, that makes sense. All right, cool. Mind you, do I think that they are like a strictly het situation? No, I don't. I think they're doing all kinds of crazy fucking freaky ass shit, and that's honestly none of my business.
Right.
But like the president of the United States or any other like dominating authority figure, you gotta have a bad bitch by your side. Now, that's power couple. Boom. Now we have like Keke Palmer and Baby Daddy. Okay, Keke.
I love how y'all say Baby Daddy
because he's
Baby Daddy.
Yeah, he's
Keke
baby
Palmer
daddy.
is a Virgo. Keke, keep a bag. The money is in the name. She said you don't have to work. You can stay home. All I need is a nut to grow into a seed, birth this child, and I need you to not embarrass me because I am Keke fucking Palmer. And instead of minding his black ass business or tending to the child, he opened his disgusting mouth to try to slut shame Keke, keep a bag, Palmer. You tried to emotionally abuse Keke Palmer? The girls are not having it. The girls will leave. We're leaving. Bye.
Yeah. And so is he because his Twitter is
We're
on.
literally done.
I was singing that one song all day. It wasn't a song. She turned it into a song. My friend from New York, one of my best friends from New York, she sent me the I got millions of buckets to choose from. So if it'd be like a old person brain sometimes. She said, I got millions of buckets to choose from, honey. So if you gon' act up, I'm about to link up. And I said, what? And then I went back and then she said, I got millions of buckets to choose from, honey. So if you act up, I'm about to link up. And then it just set in, and I was just like, okay. And
Period.
I was like, okay, well, that was before that actually happened. Maybe it's just the good thing about the universe.
Yeah, no, I think it's
turned into a song.
It's the energy. Wow. Yes.
And 1-2 step.
It's the energy, right? Like the reality is that like
made shirts.
Period.
Wow.
Dismantling the idea, and it's deeper than like I don't need no man, because like that I think is like an angle that misogynoir uses to try to dismiss the experiences of Black femmes.
Mm-hmm.
I think like by the simple act of A$AP Rocky being behind Rihanna on the Vogue cover, just like A$AP Rocky is constantly like this.
It's giving,
that is the role.
It's giving
like,
bad bitch. Like you said, like they're looking for a bad bitch, and like bad bitch is gender fluid, because like A$AP Rocky is bad. Like A$AP Rocky is so fine.
So it's okay. Yeah. He understands. He's not
pretty Flacco.
He's not threatened, right? But Kiki's baby daddy was threatened for reasons that oh my God, I should do a bonus episode about my conspiracy theory about all that. But masculinity was threatened, and now he's broke. Forever.
Yo, broke, account deactivated.
The reality is simply this, guys: abuse and like believing that you can manipulate or coerce or threaten through any like physical, emotional, like that shit is we're deading that. This new generation is like saying no to heteronormativity, saying yes to choice. We don't want to do anything normal. Normal's fucking weird. You guys are weird. All right, the hats are not okay. I already know that Vogue magazine cover had niggas quaking. Oh, A$AP, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Reality, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? A man needs to do this. A man needs to do that. A$AP Rocky don't need to do shit, but be back, stay Black and die.
It's true.
That's the
and support the Navy. Period. What is wrong with that? Like,
it's just weird. It's just weird to.
And that's where if you're not careful as a person, and if you haven't been through anything, and you're not sure of yourself, and you are not walking with who you are, things like that could seep into your conscious, and that becomes your person. Your environment.
That becomes who you are. Y'all, this week, okay, let me tell you this story. Can I tell this story real quick?
Sure.
Just very quick. This week, I helped a friend of mine.
Can I preface this really quick?
Yes.
Fuck this person. Just so you all know.
That escalated quickly.
Right, I thought Lou was gonna be like
no.
CW. We're gonna talk about,
CW, abuse, violence. But I just want to say, from my perspective, personally, if you see me, you know me in my face. Fuck this person. That's all. Go ahead.
I was helping a friend and supporting a friend escape out of like a domestic violence situation. Okay. This person, wow. I mean, I can't even begin to like express. If you follow my personal Instagram, it's in my stories. If you want to watch it. Maybe I'll put it in like a highlight or whatever, because it's about abuse, right? It's about this very thing. And this person's ex brought their family with them and tried to like
unannounced
literally ascend upon my friend's property and try to take their belongings and say that this is our house. This is where the father, bitchel, I will see you in court, honey. You sure will. I'm gonna look. Okay, bitchel, you put your hands on me. You shoved me. And that's never okay. Putting your hands on another person is never okay. And especially the way my ancestors fucking play. You don't get to do that.
It just makes me hot thinking about it.
Okay. Oh. Also, like, this ex, like, this ex is there's a lot going on. But, like, the narcissism of it all is, like, they played a role publicly while privately being a fucking monster. From a monster lineage, it's giving Habsburg jaw, it's giving incest, it's giving not a drop of therapy between any of you. It's giving no self-reflection. It's giving nothing.
It's giving nothing. It's giving nothing. Who wants that?
It's giving nothing. It's giving, wow, I can't believe that like the world is populated with you at all. Crazy. People. Wild. But this person, like, really, truly, honestly believes, and this energy exists, y'all. I don't even think it's like a good or an evil situation in so much as it is, are you going to respect autonomy, my autonomy, without trying to like infringe upon it or shit on it or not?
Yeah.
And the line is being drawn in the sand. We're done.
They're also adding to the story. They're also a person who publicly acknowledged that they were unwell and continued to choose unwellness. Use that unwellness as fuel for all of their actions and excuse their behavior.
Yeah.
Which is just if you know you're unwell, you need to work to get better.
Is that a form of like extortion?
Wow.
Expand.
But it is though, because okay, wait, legally, it just might be. Talk about it.
The way she was just describing it seemed like I'm sorry.
You got it.
It's okay.
I always I call you by your name.
You can call me by my name.
So look, because and I don't want you to, because I'm not doing it in a.
No, you're not disrespectful.
Honestly, being called by my name is my preferred because pronouns are so annoying. And when I talk about people, I just be using their name. So like, I feel more respected because you see me.
And I feel like yes, and I definitely see you, and I'm like, it's more of like a space like we know each other, so we're all like name.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way you are describing it is. It's like a person is using what they maybe really want to do or what they maybe really rather do in any given situation to infringe on what they're supposed to be doing.
Period. It's a distraction. This is why these people are vampires. This is why these people literally suck they suck life out of you. This is why narcissists want to be you because they see your light. They see your life. They don't have one. And they want it.
And it's so sad because sometimes, like for me personally, like if I was to say somebody was like hating on someone or or they didn't like them or they were jealous of them, I would think it would be more so like how you would be like, well, maybe they're mad because this person maybe has this type of house or maybe has this type of car or maybe this person has a wife or maybe this person has kids. But it's literally a person can be envious of you just because you smile every day.
Yes.
And that is so mind-boggling to me.
But it's think about it. Like scientifically or whatever, like there's good forces. There's negative, there's positive.
You meet people who like when you're in the world with people, some people are like, "Oh wow, they're always so happy. They're always smiling. I would like to see them upset or get angry."
Yes.
Yeah. And that's
that feeds them. It feeds them. It feeds them. I stand a witness to a person, my dear friend, be fed on for 2 years and literally interjecting, putting my physical body in front of cutting that off. Because it's not okay in any circumstance, in any situation. No, you do not ever have to stay in something or be a part of something that oppresses you. And there's like a massive difference, okay? Like it's different. I think people are gonna hurt people. That's a part of the peopling process, okay? But like, what are you doing with that? Are you continuing that pattern, or are you actually doing the thing to sit with what I have come to recognize, the deep shame you feel at having caused harm in the first place? Ooh. You have to sit with that to stop the pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel that. I feel that with like bipolarness of like, there are so many times that I've had to sit and think about behaviors and then move forward, like learning how to apologize and learning how to like sit in it and be like, you know what? Yeah, I fucked up. I acknowledge that it's because of this, and I acknowledge that this is how it made you feel, and I'm sorry.
It's really such a different angle than the last 100 years or so of like this of society. It just goes back to just like the basics of being a decent person. And like that means that you have to take responsibility for yourself, which also means like part of breaking abuse and victim cycles is the victim allowing themselves to understand how they perpetuate the cycle themselves. All right. So like part of pattern breaking is number one, like being honest, being radically honest and radically gentle with yourself. Being like, okay.
Yes, the gentleness.
I like the part of it that's the radical part.
You have to.
Because radical is automatically a like, woo.
You have to. You
right.
have
like
to.
you're changing.
But still understand.
Period. Like it means like not, you know, floofing shit around when it comes down to checking your shit out.
It's gonna
you know
hurt.
what I mean? It's
like,
supposed to hurt.
Yeah,
it's
that's
supposed to hurt because
how you learn.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's unfortunate. Like, yeah, okay, you can fluff it out and learn it eventually, but like when you're actively hurting people, like that's, and especially like being in my 20s, that's what being in the stage of my 20s feels like. Is like, oh, I'm actively hurting people and I have to learn to stop fucking doing that.
Yeah.
So let me like apologize and learn how to not. So then 5 years from now, I'm like, wow, remember when I did that 5 years ago? Like now I'm different versus being like, oh, it's 2 years later and I fluffed it out and I, you know, kind of skated around it with my therapist and now I learned it. But you've been a fucking tornado for 2 years.
Literally.
It's disgusting.
It's a choice too, I think. I think that like, oh my God. I'm specifically thinking about like, hi, oh, hey, what's up? Chilling. It's the hard R's. We up here talking about, you know, the Jonah Hill,
talk about abusers and
Keke Palmer, masculinity, breaking toxic patterns. This shit is, it's dead. It's 2023, ho.
And just masculine's getting soft. Like softness is the key. You have to be soft with yourself. Like moving through mania, moving through that, like I've had to learn to be soft with myself.
If you need to call it something else, I guess like to make it okay with yourself, try like men being more delicate.
Yes.
Okay, like delicate. I like that.
And radically delicate.
Like mothers have a delicate touch.
Yes.
You know, like just delicate.
It's really, we live
and
in
like these fabrics.
We live in a time that really demands that like we just go, you know, and like I truly believe that COVID was like the universe's wild, like, hey, like the wake up call. It was the universe's like, it was a clear skirt to a bunch of shit that like brings us brought us back as human beings to a place of like assessing, where we can assess, where we can slow down. Like if you are just perpetuating the same abusive cycles, if you are, you know, creeping in creeping in children's DMs and coercing them, knowing you're a full grown adult in any gender, that's fucking weird.
It's just
stop.
weird.
If you are trying to get a square peg to fit into your round hole, you need to take it back to the wood shop.
It's giving die.
It's giving,
because there's no time for it. There's no rhyme or reason for it. If you're doing that, no.
What
stop.
I'm loving lately, though, about like the exposure is like, personally, at 37, I'm just experiencing things happening so fast. Things are happening so much faster. Even watching you transcend, watching you make choices. Like once you received your diagnosis, it helped me receive my diagnosis and then start actively making choices to make myself better.
Yeah, and it also like adding to that of like having the language to do that. Like I like that you said delicate because like now that I can say, oh, this is mania. Oh, this is this. Oh, this is ADHD. I can talk about it in a way that feels attached to me, but it doesn't define who I am.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Like this is a part of me.
Yes.
Like I am experiencing mania. I'm not a person who is flaky, who is disorganized. It's like, oh, this is something that I'm experiencing. So even thinking about like delicate, it's like, oh yeah, you can still be strong and you can still be intelligent and still need delicateness and move in a delicacy.
Delicate touches also come from a place like that is so deep in care in your own body. Like I think that that's like beaten out of us after a while, you know, because you gotta toughen up and you gotta blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Moms or people, sorry, not even, well, mothers of all varieties, and also people that have children that like have uteruses and fucking the ovaries and shit. It's crazy how it's crazy how people that have vaginas and wombs are like, we experience periods that make us completely different people. Like I'm out of control of my own body during my period, but I'm in control because I'm so deeply in touch with this pain. I recognize it.
Like you wrangled it in.
Exactly.
Like you're still a bucking bronco. You just wrangled it in.
All right. So like, even though I don't have a uterus anymore, like I got my shit yanked because I had endometriosis, whatever. Y'all know if you follow. Lou's cycle. I still cycle with my ovaries between Lou's cycle and my kid's cycle. So like I still experience emotional responses and feelings in my body because of hormones. So like my ADHD will show up when like Lou's period is coming on because my hormones are still popping and like it's harder for me to like get my words out, or like I can't do anything at all and my brain is just like racing, or I'm jumbling my words. Like it's like people really don't want to give the credit to like the fucking magic of like the energetic exchange that happens with us hormonally, with like each other, even like other human beings. Human energetic exchange is real. So real. And like recognizing that shit, what were we talking about? Fuck, I lost it. Look at me, ADHD shining.
It happens. We were talking about words like delicacy, connecting.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. So like when you go very deep inside of yourself to care for another, to care for yourself when you're experiencing pain and shit, like that's that delicacy. That's that delicacy. That.
And it's necessary.
We're requiring.
It's
a requirement now. Jonah Hill and men like him and men that like gas. Also, can I just say this too? I'm gonna say this. Hey, listen. All you masculine bros or whatever.
It's gonna fall off the thing.
You're gay. Or gay adjacent. The trade is visible.
Adjacent.
Is the heterosexuality in the room with us right now? You know what I mean? I feel like men do things for other men. There are a lot of
Dunner said that men love other men.
Men love
men
other
don't love
men.
Women. Men love other men.
Y'all are so quick to want to abuse another person into fitting into the definition that you have of masculinity. That is just normalized in these niggas. That's I'm entitled to your subjugation. That's crazy. What?
Definitely crazy.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where they do that at? And what's beautiful is the insecurity of it all. The insecurity of this whole Jonah Hill thing is like, it's not about it being gay or not. It's just like he puts on for other niggas. He wants a wife to look like how he wants her to look so he can shine in front of other niggas.
Yeah.
In front of people, and then behind the scenes be fucking on the bitches that look exactly like the person he said that he didn't want to fuck on in the first place. Wild.
Yeah.
It's weird how that happens, isn't it?
It's that insecurity.
We're
that
done.
lack
That
of
shit is
self-esteem.
dead, honey. I can smell it in the water. And I love, like I said before, I love that white girl shouted it out. Shout out Sarah. We need more Sarah. We need more Sarahs to stand up.
Less Karen, more Sarah.
Period. Okay? Shit. Like, man, if you